Hi, and welcome to Cenario, your partner in mental wellness. Here on our channel, we share educational, insightful, and science-backed content to help you understand your mental health and take meaningful steps toward a more balanced life. If you're ready to learn, grow, and take control of your wellness journey, let's jump right in.
Stress. Yeah, we all feel it. But what if I told you we've been thinking about it all wrong? Today, we're going to borrow a really cool and surprisingly simple idea from the world of engineering. It's a formula, and it can give you a completely new, practical way to manage the pressure in your life.
I mean, really think about that. What if stress wasn't just this vague, overwhelming feeling, but a problem with clear parts that you could actually tweak and adjust? That's the core idea we're going to unpack. And honestly, it might just change how you get through your busiest weeks. So, where does the word stress even come from? Most of us would probably guess psychology, right? Well, nope. Its roots are actually in physics. Engineers were the first to use it to describe how materials, like the steel in a bridge, react when they're pushed, pulled, and put under a really heavy load. And this right here is the crucial shift in perspective. For an engineer, stress isn't some mysterious, unpredictable thing. It's a specific, predictable value. It can be calculated, and that's the magic of it, isn't it? If you can measure something, you can manage it. This single idea is the key to a whole new approach. Okay, so let's get right to the formula itself. And hey, don't worry, you're not going to need a calculator or anything. The concept is incredibly simple, but it's the very foundation engineers use to build things that won't break under pressure. So here it is. Stress equals force divided by area. That's it. In plain English, it's just asking two things. How much of a load are you putting on something? And how much surface is there to support that load? That's the entire concept. So just to lock it in, force is the pressure from the outside. Area is the structure holding it up. And stress is the internal strain that happens because of it. Keep those three ideas in your head because now we're going to map them directly onto our own lives. And this is where it gets really, really interesting. We're about to see how the simple physics equation becomes an incredibly powerful tool for self-management. This is that aha moment, a real game changer for your well-being. Here's the external force in your life. Those are your loads. All the demands piling up on you. The area? Well, that's your capacity, your resources, your resilience, your ability to handle all those loads. And the result, stress, is the pressure you actually feel inside. And you know exactly what your loads are, right? They're those work deadlines, the family obligations, financial worries, the unexpected curveballs that life just loves to throw. These are all the forces pushing down on your system. But here's the other side of the equation, your capacity. This is the area that supports the load. This is your sleep quality, your friends, your coping skills, the time you take to actually recover, those healthy routines. And this is the part of the formula that you can actively build and strengthen. So here's the big takeaway. This gives you two clear strategies. If the pressure feels too high, you either have to find a way to reduce the load or you have to increase your capacity to handle it. You have two levers to pull. It's that simple. So with this framework, you can stop feeling like a victim of stress and start acting like the engineer of your own system. You can begin making actual design choices to build a more resilient life, one that's designed to handle pressure without cracking. Think about this. A great engineer would never design a bridge to operate at 100% of its maximum capacity all the time. They always build in a safety factor for storms or unexpected traffic. We need to do the same. If you're always running at 100%, you have zero buffer. Aiming for 75% gives you that crucial margin for when things go wrong. Here's another powerful concept from engineering: fatigue. In materials science, it's not always one giant hit that causes something to break. It's often thousands of smaller, repeated stresses without any time to recover. Sound familiar? For us, we call that burnout. Every material has something called a yield point. That's the point where it stops bouncing back and instead becomes permanently bent or damaged. We have them too. The key is to get really good at recognizing your personal warning signs before you reach that point of long-term harm. And these warning signs aren't just vague feelings. They are measurable data points. Think of them as the blinking lights on your personal dashboard. Are you consistently getting less sleep than you need, skipping routines that keep you sane, feeling more irritable? These are your system's early alerts that the pressure is getting too high. So let's picture a typical high-stress scenario.
Your loads are through the roof. A huge project at work, a sick family member. At the same time, your capacity is in the basement. You're skipping sleep, eating junk, no time for yourself. Your perceived stress? It's a 9 out of 10. You are dangerously close to your yield point.
But now you decide to act like an engineer. You can't change everything, so you change just one thing. You delegate one small task at work. That's it. You've just slightly decreased the force. And look at the result. The internal pressure immediately drops. It's proof that tiny adjustments can have a huge impact. Okay, theory is great, but how do you put this into practice right now? Let's break it down into 3 simple, totally actionable steps you can take today.
First, identify your forces. What are the top 3 loads on you right now? Write them down. Second, assess your area. Be really honest on a scale of 1 to 10, how's your capacity looking? And third, make one small adjustment. Just one. Don't try to fix everything at once. Either reduce one tiny load or add one small capacity builder, like a 10-minute walk. Ultimately, the real power of thinking this way is clarity. It takes that big, scary, overwhelming cloud of stress and turns it into a solvable problem with clear inputs and outputs. It transforms that abstract worry into concrete, manageable steps. So I'll leave you with this thought. You are the chief engineer of your life. You have the formula, you have the data, and you absolutely have the ability to make design changes. The only question is, what's the first small thing you're going to redesign?
Thank you for watching Cenario. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. For personalized mental wellness supplements, visit Cenario.com. See you in the next one.